I was at Tilt last night. I don't know if you know what Tilt is, Jason or Matt.
Um,
I think I do.
it
Uh,
was the name of my local arcade, but I know that closed.
so yes,
I don't think it's your local arcade, Jay.
there's an
Yeah.
arcade in Toronto called Tilt. It
Yeah.
kind of primarily focuses on pinball, but
Hmm.
they do. Oh, let me try and do something super slick here. Oh nope, that's the wrong button. All right, we'll get better at that next time. They've got
Technical
pinball
difficulties.
machines, they've got arcade machines, they've got a couple of booths with like home consoles. So you can play Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo, regular Nintendo as well. And they had a
Hmm.
bunch of arcade machines, and one of the games we played was NBA Jam on the arcade. And
Oh, great game.
it is so
Yeah.
fun. I totally forgot how fun that is to play in groups. It was the first time Steph really played it, and she got
Oh,
really
nice.
into it. And yeah, she was killing it though. She hit some crazy dunks at the very end of a game. She hit a full court shot. It was a
Nice.
lot of fun. And then
Man.
one of the other games, I don't have time to pull up video. Can I switch back to? Is this just our heads now? I guess you'll see in a second.
Yeah.
Okay. The other game I played of note is Battlezone. I don't know if you guys remember that one. Vector
Uh,
graphics. You're in a
yeah.
tank.
Yeah. That's the
Oh,
tank
I
game, I
do.
think.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That game is a lot cooler than I don't know. I think than people give it credit for. Let me pull up some video here now. So now I'm in this, and let me see, or tell me if you guys can see this video now.
Yeah, it looks like it's just you though,
Oh, okay.
with a Street Fighter background.
Oh crap. Oh no. Oh no. No, it should be Battlezone
Oh,
now.
there it is. Yep.
Okay.
There we go.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
that's what I
Yes.
exactly
remembered.
what
Yeah.
I thought. Yeah.
I remember playing this as a kid on the computer, and
Mhm.
I've never seen the original arcade machine of this. So it's actually kind of weird because the controls don't entirely make sense to me. They're two joysticks, and both of them kind of turn left and right. So like
Mhm.
tilting it up goes left and down goes right, and then you could like move forward or backward with a combination of the two sticks. So it didn't
Mm.
entirely make sense to me, but it was just like really cool to play this sort of 3D game like decades before it really had the technology to make this happen.
Right. Huh. I'm trying to see if I actually have that one on my blog. I don't know if I played that one. Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
Hmm.
I like vector graphics games are so cool.
They had asteroids at this arcade too, and
Nice.
there's something different about that game that I didn't notice until I played the arcade machine of it. Is that there is a glow that comes out of that screen that looks completely different from any other game that just think looks super cool. And I can't describe it
Yeah.
here, and even without video, it's not going to show up right. But if you get to play it on an arcade machine and you kind of see kind of the light kind of exploding out of the lines a bit, it's a
Yeah.
really neat effect.
I actually might have that one on my blog. I'll try to bring it up. I'll send a link. But yeah, it has that screen overlay, and then like the monsters on the right. Yeah, it looks really cool.
Yeah.
Very attractive when you see it in an arcade.
Mm-hmm. Matt, what have you been playing?
So, okay, keeping with the retro theme, I built a retro Pi, like an emulator.
Okay.
And so I've got it hooked up to the TV in the living room, and it's basically Nintendo, Super Nintendo, all these different retro consoles. Of course, I
So
own
chilly.
every game that I have on there, but
Yeah, we all do.
yeah, of course. So Liza and I have been going back and playing through. So Thursday we beat Mario 3 without the whistles.
Well,
We got the whistles, but we played all of the levels. She was very adamant that we had to go through and play every level because she wants to see all the things she
Yeah.
hasn't played in a while. And then so we beat that, and then we beat Contra a couple days ago.
No, you didn't.
Two-player Contra. No, not with no. We put the code in for the extra life. But one thing, man, I'm telling you, like that game, I don't understand how anybody could beat that in real life.
dude.
It's impossible.
Yeah, I feel like my best go, I get like maybe I lose 10 lives in the first level,
Yeah,
and then like how can you do this? So
yeah, it's
Um,
insane. Things
and-
are set up for you to fail.
yeah, right, exactly.
100%.
Yeah.
That's probably why they did it, so you put more quarters in.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Intentional failure.
Yeah, I've played enough Contra that I can get halfway through the game without dying.
Damn.
No, not even close. I'm not
Um,
that good.
I can get halfway, but then after that, it's a complete bloodbath.
Yeah, right. Did you ever play like they did kind of a pseudo sequel on Xbox 360, that Hardcore Uprising?
Yes.
Did you play that one? I liked that game a lot. I thought it was cool how you could like RPG it and start out with like better weapons. That was my type of game, but it was still hard as hell.
Matt, have you seen Hardcore Uprising?
No, I haven't.
So it's actually
I do like the fact that you can RPG it though, because that's the worst part about Contra is getting 3/4 of the way through a level and then getting hit and then losing your weapon. And you're back to this little shooter.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that still kind of happens if you like, get hit again, but at least you can start with something different.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it was fun. And I'm pretty sure it was 2-player. You could do online as well, I thought.
Yeah, I do have... It's backwards compatible on the Xbox One, so if you have an Xbox One, you can download that and play that. I've been meaning to stream that one again for a while, because that game is really cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
I'm trying to pull up some video now, so if you guys have other Contra-themed anecdotes, go for it. I should be... Okay, we should be back to... There we go. So I've got some video of the game going right now.
I see. Uprising, yeah.
Yeah, so...
yes.
Nice.
Like, it's anime Contra, it's got air dashing, it's got...
it's
crazy
like,
weapons,
it's like Contra
big
meets
boxes.
Strider, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that game was super fun. I think maybe I beat it once, but I think then you get like a different difficulty. I think it's called like hardcore mode, and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. So,
it looks great.
A fun game. Yeah, it's cool.
And you have life bars and stuff, and they get bigger over time, and all that type of stuff. So
worth it.
It's interesting to see that in the upgraded graphic style, because one of the things I found about Contra is just that like stuff blends into the background, like bullets and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's 8-bit, right? So, and the bullets are sometimes the same color as the background, or things that are coming at you blend in and you don't even see them. Anyway, this game's stupid hard.
Yeah. I think I've only ever played Contra and then this one. I never played any of the other ones.
Oh man.
No,
I beat Super Contra on the NES Classic when that came out. And Contra 3 is fantastic. If you have not played that one, you have a SNES Classic.
I've heard that's what everyone says. Yeah.
Yeah,
I have
game's
SNES.
phenomenal. And it's on there right now, so definitely play that. Matt, you've been playing anything else besides our topic of the week?
So I've been kind of going back through a couple of my Steam library games, and I played a bit of Dragon Age Inquisition. So I played a bunch of the Dragon Age games. I played the first 2 or 3, no 2. Enjoyed them a lot, and then I started Inquisition probably about 3 times. Never got into it, and I don't know why. So this time I started it again, got into it, sort of figured out the system, and gave it a try, and I'm about, I would say, about 3/4 of the way through it now, and I like it. It's pretty good. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be, and I constantly find more stuff as I go through. But I think the problem that I have specifically with that series now is that I'm comparing everything to The Witcher 3.
It just fails in comparison.
Yeah, there's nothing like it, right?
Yeah.
So I beat Witcher 3, and that's phenomenal. Like, it got to a point where there was still so much to do that I just kind of had to call it. I was just, I'm done. I can't do any more in this game. I put so much of my time into it, but I mean, just phenomenal. And I played it on PC as well, so graphically unbelievable. But yeah, just the scope of that game is wild. But yeah, in terms of Dragon Age, I enjoyed it. Even after playing The Witcher 3, there's definitely a lot of substance there. But yeah, I don't know. I think that's the problem, is I just compare every open world RPG now to either The Witcher 3 or Skyrim, and nothing really compares to those. So.
No, it's true. That's the new meme community as well. It's not The Witcher 3, and then you just don't play it.
Yeah.
I've made a conscious effort to clear out all my pile of shame games. So it's just like, realistically, I'm never going to play this game. I'm just going to sell it. But the one game that I still have, that I think it's still sealed, is The Witcher 3.
Ooh.
Let me just check here.
You need to play it.
I think it's still in the plastic too. Yeah. So it's this one with the bonus content. You guys can't see it. You'll see it on the screen in a sec. It's still in the plastic, and I keep telling myself I'm gonna play this someday, and I just haven't gotten around to do it.
Yeah. I've actually never played The Witcher 3 myself, but Laura's played for several hours, so I should get into it. I just when there's games like that and games that I know are going to be good, like like Fortnite or something,
Mhm.
I tend to not want to play them because I know I'm just going to play them for the rest of my life. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Like that's Overwatch right now, so I don't need two of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. No, Jet, you should definitely get into it.
Okay.
But I mean, get ready because there's so much to do, and it's
Tell
so
Steph, be
overwhelming.
like, I'll see you in a couple months.
Yeah, you'll look like The Witcher when you're done. Big grit beard.
You lose an eye.
Gray
Yeah.
hair.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anything else you've been playing, Matt?
That's pretty much it for me right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Jason, how about you? What have you been up to?
So still playing Overwatch. Really, haven't really started much of anything new. Just kind of dabbled in things here and there. But I guess the only real highlight is I started to play some games for a stream.
Okay.
So Q1 Retro. So I have it set up now. Finally.
Awesome.
Finally took forever.
Nice.
And only one I got so far was Gex. If you remember Gex from 25 years ago, Crystal Dynamics, and he was like the sassy
16-bit one.
Yeah, it's on the PlayStation 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But he was like does all the movie references and like nerdy things. Anyways, I played that guy for like an hour and a half. It's still really hard. But you know what? To be 100% honest, that game is not that bad. Like even right now, like you can tell like the mechanics are there. You know, visually it's kind of lacking, obviously, but everything is really good. And yeah, like when I wanted to be like, oh, I should be able to yeah, exactly. Like I should be able to jump on this thing and like, you know, attach on this wall, and like you can do that. And like in terms of game design, it's pretty rock solid. But that being said, I've only played the first one, which is what you're showing right now.
Okay.
I've never played any of the sequels. I have them, I just haven't gotten on them, but I heard they're all pretty good. So I mean, if you like older PS1 adventure games, there you go.
So
He reminds me of the Geico lizard.
Yeah, this is his first job actually.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
right.
They hired him, and then he never went back to it. So
Yeah.
yeah, oh, go on.
No, I've never played this, but Steph, what's it called? As part of moving in with Steph, she brought her PS1, so I guess this is something I could check out at some point.
Yeah, I mean it's not bad. It's on like every conceivable system from the time. But I guess more personal story. It's one of like the first games I remember playing on PC because my parents, when we got a computer, they knew like, oh, me and my brothers like games, and this is one of the random ones they bought.
Okay.
And it's pretty cool. I mean, still ingrained in my head is like the opening cinematic and like what he says about like the main bad guy and all like the stupid jokes between levels. Like, it's bad. I reference it in the stream, and then you can watch it later. I'll make a video for it. Anyways, I was gonna say too, I got inspired to play because of the recently announced the Spyro collection they're gonna do, like Reignited or whatever.
Yep.
And so I was comparing that one with Crash, and I was just thinking like, what are the other forgotten mascots of the PS1? So we'll start with Gex. We'll try to play some more next Tuesday, so you can see more random PS1 mascots who didn't quite make it.
Awesome. The first PC game I ever remember really getting into was MS-DOS Jeopardy. And I played that game so much to the point where I just memorized all of the answers, and I just crushed the computer every time.
I remember playing Jeopardy on the NES with my cousins, and first off, that's so dumb. But
yeah, how do you enter it?
Yeah, you have to like type in things. So when like someone types it in and they type it in wrong, you can be like, ha ha ha, I'm just typing it correctly. Yeah, we played it when we were like 20s, so we were much older than the anticipated audience. But we noticed that the game must like recognize random letters as like being correct, so it gives you some leeway to like spell wrong. Because like it was a random answer, and like my cousin typed in the question and he said like what is, and just put gibberish. They counted it right. So
what?
I don't know. Yeah, no, it was like what is, and he was like XYZ ABC or something like that, and then it was correct. So we're like, oh, okay, I guess.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's my experience.
No, my first PC games were the ones that I really got into were a buddy of mine next door had a better computer than I did, and we got into the Indiana Jones games, like the old LucasArts games. Yeah. And Fate of Atlantis, I think, was the one that
I've always heard good things. Yeah.
It's really good. I actually got it's a VMware, like a Scumware emulator on this RetroPie that I built, and one of the games you can get some of those LucasArts games for the old ones, like that one. You can get Monkey Island, which are also really, really good. But specifically going back to playing Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis, I remember starting it and going, yeah, this is why I like this game. I love it. Sure. It's like it's one of those use this with this, and it's like, oh, you can't do that. That's a dumb idea.
Yeah, they like ridicule you. Yeah, exactly.
It's good stuff.
Oh man, reminiscing. I remember one of my first PC games too was also an adventure game, but it was Pink Panther: The Passport to Peril. So it was definitely for kids, but like that game was really cool. And like, I did you play it too or no?
I've played it, yeah.
Oh, see, nice. And I remember there's like the songs were really catchy, and I could still get them in my head. And like I just felt so smart when like you'd have to use like the fire poker. Like, oh yeah, obviously you could poke the fire or the logs, but then you needed to like use it to reach like a light switch up on the very top of the ceiling. I was like, yes, this is good gaming.
That's right. Yeah. I think the purpose of it was to teach kids about geography or something.
Yeah, because everyone was very like cultured and from around the world, and then being replaced with like robots or something. I don't know. So yeah, it was. It's
been a while. I don't really remember, but
yeah, exactly.
Geography being a thing.
Exactly. That's why I know who Guy Fawkes is. I know where Bhutan is because of that game. I'm not even lying. That game has taught me those things. So. That's great.
Yeah, my geography PC game of choice was always Carmen Sandiego.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I don't think I played that. I know who she is, but I never played it.
Oh my god!
I watched the show. Never played the game. Never played the game. Whoa, calm down.
Oh no, it's impossible.
Bring it up. Let me see it.
I have no idea how you haven't played any of the Carmen Sandiego games. Oh, you've caught me like flat-footed here. I don't have because the interface.
And they're making a movie about it now.
Yeah, I read about that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and the girl from Jane the Virgin is starring as Carmen Sandiego, which I think is a pretty good choice.
Yeah, great actress.
Man, I'm not gonna be able to pull this up quickly.
I hope that the burglars in the movie are reminiscent of the ones they had in the game with the striped clothes and the masks.
Wait, so what are these games? What kind of games are they?
Oh, here we go. It's kind of like a point-and-click adventure, and you get clues. Oh man, I gotta put that volume down. I don't know if you heard that.
No, you're kind of cutting out.
Okay. Let me go full screen here and then flip it. So, yeah, you go from place to place and you interview people, and they give you clues on where she is next, and or whoever the villain is, because I think it's a random villain each time, and on the odd occasion, it's actually Carmen Sandiego.
That's right.
Ooh.
And each villain has a very distinct characteristic set. So it's like they either have an eye patch, or they have a favorite color or something, and then each of the people that you interview in the cities gives you a description of the burglar, or they give you a description of like so the person will leave and they'll say he went to a country with a flag that has yellow and green on it. So then you say, oh, it must be Brazil. So then you go to Brazil and you try to find it. Yeah.
Huh.
And if you make too many mistakes, they run away and then you lose.
Yeah. Wow, that sounds. Yeah, I mean that sounds cool. It sounds very similar to this one we randomly had on the PCs at school. It was the same idea. You need to interview, find out like who done it, but it was all set in a play. Like you're trying to catch someone in like an opera. But for some reason, everyone was a robot. And not like in disguise robots, but like obviously a robot with like one wheel for a foot. And I remember. And it was funny because you could jump right to like accusing. And there's only like 10 people, so you could just guess like within 10 seconds and just, oh, you got me. And yeah, it was still a fun game. If you actually played it, it was good.